Glenn and Ashley, do you take one another as partners from this day forward as husband and wife? If so, please yell a hearty "we do."
We do!
The most remarkable moment in life is when you meet the person who makes you feel complete. The person with whom you share a bond so special that it transcends normal relationships and becomes something so pure and so wonderful that you cannot imagine spending your life with anyone else. For Ashley, that happened about 24 years ago when I was born. But it happened again about 5 years ago when she met Glenn, who's pretty wonderful too. I'm Ashley's sister, Becca, and I was the lead campaign manager for Glenn 2016 back before Ashley decided to seal the deal. And I think it's pretty safe to say that you've won. As a third-party spectator to their developing love, it was extremely clear that the two of them represent a perfect pairing because each of them complements the other so completely. They balance one another, and while each of them are tremendous individuals on their own, together, they're even better. And being better together as a team, a unit, and partners in crime is what has ultimately led us to being here today, witnessing their commitment to one another.
Ashley, I still remember when I was introduced to you at O'Malley's as your type. Little did I know that that moment would be the first step in our journey that would lead us to where we are now. About a year passes and the best thing happened. You surprised me with what appeared to be a dinner date with one of your most favorite activities, taking photos in a photo booth. As we closed the curtain to get ready for our first pose, you pull out a yellow cardboard sign that said, "Will you be my boyfriend?" This photo booth will always be remembered as our second step on our journey. Quite a few more enjoyable years went by, and I invite us back to this photo booth in a similar surprise fashion. On that day, I had asked you to marry me on that same yellow cardboard sign that you gave to me, leading us to our third step on our journey together. You are my snugs, my cuds, my snack, my crab, my boo, my biscuit, my boo-boo, my best, and my babe. You challenged me, you entertained me, you comfort me, and best of all, you snuggle me. I vow going into our lives together as man and wife to be your rock when you need something to stand on, your shoulders when you need something to sit on, and your throw blanket, yes, the softest one, when you need something soft to lay on. I vow to love you as you deserve, to be loved with admiration, adoration, passion, respect, and to treat you like the snugs that you are. I vow to support your interests, nourish your passions, remain loyal to you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Ashley, you are amazing, and that is not something to be taken lightly. I love you. And while this is just the fourth step in our journey, I can't wait to continue walking through life, experiencing our fifth, sixth, seventh, and beyond steps on our journey together.
Glenn, our story's not the most traditional of stories. In fact, we can't even agree on how exactly we met. Although you may have been ready to lock things down right away, it took me a while to realize you were it. I remember sitting at my parents' dining room telling my mom how you were my dance partner for life. And in fact, you were gonna dance with me at my wedding, even though at the time I had no plans on dating you, let alone marrying you. My mother replied with a sigh, and I think her exact words were, "Oh honey, I think that's gonna be mighty awkward for the groom." It was almost a year into knowing you that I began to realize how much fun I always had with you. I was happier and I was always laughing around you. And one day it hit me like a ton of bricks. You were the person I always wanted to be around. I saw how well you fit into my family, how my sister rooted for you by chanting Glenn 2016. I saw how you took life with stride and ease. I envy that about you. You were and are, without a doubt, the weirdest person I have ever met, and I wouldn't have it any other way. The minute I stopped letting myself get in the way, I couldn't get enough. Falling for you was much less like falling and more like walking through the door and knowing I was at home. It was you. It was you when you were helping me pick out outfits for my dates. It was you when we were just friends dancing in the kitchen. It was you during our endless movie nights. It was you during our long walks. It was you before I knew it was you. And it will always be you because I choose you and I vow to keep choosing you. Your stubbornness is what got us here. You fought for us before I knew there was an us to fight for. You predicted the future. I remember standing in what is now our living room and you said, I get it now. You're scared to date me because you know that this is forever. And boy, were you right. And I'm glad you were. So today, I vow to try to always add value to your life. I vow to make you laugh, even if it's only a fraction of the amount that you make me laugh. I vow to always be your kitchen dance partner. I vow to stay silly and immature enough to build forts, to watch movies in. I vow to never stop pushing you to grow as I hope you will push me. I vow to always fight for us. I vow to choose you every day, not because I have to, but because I want to. Glenn, you are so many things I never even knew I needed in a partner, and I can't imagine a better person to do life with.
Glenn and Ashley, it is with complete joy that I now send you out to the world to spread the most pure and goofy love I have ever seen. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Glenn, kiss your bride and let's go celebrate.
I don't think any amount of preparation could leave you feeling ready for my daughter's wedding, but she could not have picked a better man to be married to. A successful marriage is not about finding a person you can live with, but finding a person you cannot live without. I know both of you found that with each other. Remember your promises. Keep them within your heart, and you will have the sense of joy and wonder that will exceed all that you could ever imagine. Some say the grass is greener on the other side. If you would, turn to each other's face. You are now looking at the eyes of the person statistically most likely to murder you. With that being said, water your own grass. To the both of you, it's worth bearing in mind that neither of you will even ever be perfect, but you can be perfect together. May your love be modern enough to survive lifetime and old-fashioned enough to last forever. Remember, if you have each other, that's all you'll need.
The best friend, and you ended up pull it together. I truly have. to you for as long as I can remember. You have been my role model for many years and always will be. So grateful that you two have found someone who matches your weirdness. You complement each other in the best way possible, and not only does Glenn bring out a great side of you, but everyone loves him too. I remember rooting for Glenn since the day our family met him, #Glenn 2016. Glenn, you leave a lasting impression on people, and I wouldn't want anyone else to be my brother-in-law. Stay moved and good luck.
Just making drinks instead of plans while the record player's blasting. I sing it would be you and only you. We might not have forever, no time for taking chances. It would be you and always you. And when the lights go out, we'll just keep on dancing in the dark, as if the world has got to end. You might as well just stand up in my arms. If the sky turns black, if the markets crash, you should check your mom's house, then you should come back. 'Cause when it all goes down, I want you by my side. We could stay up till the last sunrise. We could stay up until the last sunrise. It would be you and only you. We might not have forever, no time for taking chances. It would be you and always you. When the lights go out, we can keep on dancing in the dark, in the dark, in the dark. It would be you till the end of the world, till the end of the world, yeah. 'Cause if the world has got to end, you might as well just end up in my arms.
Oh,